P4 exam paper review for this week, week 30, will be Anglo-Chinese School Junior SA1 2022. So I'm going to start with section B, but I'm going to just pick some questions out and go through, okay? So I'm going to go straight to question 24 first. Okay, it says how many right angles make a half turn? So right angle, if you know, right angle is actually like I roughly draw. It's actually 90 degree, right? Right angle is a 90 degree, and because the lines are perpendicular to one another. So I want half a turn. So if you were to look at this, right, it actually looks, if you know this, is actually 1/4 of a circle. Okay? So if you want to make half, half means how many quarters? So you just times 2. Make the denominator to 4, which is 2/4. Which means if I make half turn, it means half of a circle, another 90 degree. Can you see? So that means this will be half. This whole thing will be half turn. So how many right angles do you see? It's actually 1, 2. Your answer is 2 right angles. Okay, so I'm going to move on to question number 31. Okay, so I'm going to just scroll to 31. Okay, use the digits 3, 4, 7, 8 to form the greatest 4-digit even number. What is the remainder when you divide this 4-digit even number by 5? So first, we need to find out what is that 4-digit even number. So we will have 4 digits. So I'm going to draw 4 lines. And I'm going to put an even word here so that I know that my number must end with an even number. So if you look at these 4 numbers given, right, there are not 4 even numbers, there are 4 numbers given. So these 2 are actually the even numbers, 4 and 8, whereas 3 and 7 are odd numbers. So if I want the greatest, it means that my bigger even number cannot go to the end, to the last number, to the ones place. So I only can put a 4 because I need the 8. Because out of all these numbers, right, number 8 is actually the greatest. So I'm going to put 8 here. Then I'm going to just arrange the 3 and 7 accordingly from the greatest to the smallest. So 7 is actually greater than 3. Then this will be 3. So the greatest 4-digit even number is 8734. So I'm going to divide this by 5. So 8734 divide by 5. If you work it out, right, your answer, the quotient will be 1746, but there is a remainder of 4. So the question is asking me for the remainder, which is 4. So I just write 4. I only need the remainder as my answer. Okay. Question number 32. Mrs. Chan had some red pens and 57 green pens. Okay, red pens, I don't know, but I know the number of green pens is 57. After she gave away 16 red pens and 4 green pens, she had 120 pens left. How many red pens did she have at first? So this 120, right, is actually the total in the end, which means it's a mixture of red and green. So I have to work backwards to find the total. So I have to bring back whatever pens she gave away, which are 16 red and 14 and 4 green. So the total at first, I just add up the ones that she gave away with my ending total in the end. So 120 plus 16 plus 4, which is 140. This 140 will be the number of red plus green at first. So if you read your question, you know that there are 57 green pens. Mrs. Chan got 57 green. But what about the red? You know the total is 140 at first. So I just take 140, subtract away the number of green pens. You work it out, your answer will be 83. So answer is 83 red pens. Okay. Question number 36, which is actually an area parameter. So I think this one is actually looking more on the parameter. Okay, so since we are actually doing area and parameter now, I'll just go through this question. The figure is made up of rectangle LMPH. LMPH. This is the rectangle. And two squares. Can you see this is square, the bigger square, and the other one at the bottom of the rectangle is a smaller square. Okay, then after that, they say the length of EH is 35 cm. Where is EH? It is actually, let me highlight, okay? So you know, EH is here. This is the total of 35 cm. I want to find the length of GP. Where is GP? So I'm going to highlight again with another different color. GP is here. The length of GP is actually 16 cm. I want to find the length of HP. So what is the length of HP? Okay, wait, give me a while, please. It's not responding. Oh dear, I think it's hanged, is it? Okay, give me a while. Okay, yeah, it's done. Okay, HP. Okay, we want a HP. So HP is this one. Right? Yeah. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to find out the answer. So if you know that this is 35, right? Okay, this GP is 16, right? It means that this FN, I can find FN because this is also 16. Because this is a square. So square has 4 equal sides, right? So if GP is 16, that means NG is also 16. So from here, we know that this whole thing is also 35 cm, which means I can find out what is Fn. Okay, I use another different color. So I can find out what is Fn. So Fn will actually be 35 minus 16, which is 19 cm. So Fn is 19 cm. So Fn is 19, right? Which means that this is also another square, whereby it's a square of side 19 cm, which means EF is also 19 cm. So if EF is 19 cm, that means GH is also 19 cm. So in this case, I can find out what is HP already, given that GH is 19 and GP is 16. So 19 minus 16, 3 cm. So your answer is 3 cm. Okay. Going on to question number 37. Okay. Which is the next one. Okay. Ravi is 6 years younger than Samuel now. 16 years younger than Samuel now. In 5 years' time, Samuel will be twice of Ravi's age. Twice, huh? How old is Ravi now? So, you know that this is their age difference. Okay, because it says that Ravi is younger than Samuel. So this one will be the age difference between the two boys. So in 5 years, Samuel will be twice of Ravi's age. So in 5 years, so if you cannot picture, right, we can actually draw Ravi and Samuel. Ravi is 16 years younger. So Samuel will actually be longer model. Ravi shorter. Difference here is 16. So it says this is now, okay? So in 5 years, which means all of them must age. Both of them must age by 5 years, right? Then what happens? It says Samuel twice. So Samuel will be 2 units. Ravi 1. So like I said, age difference always remains the same. So that means it never changes. So that means this will also be 16. Which means 1 unit is actually a value of 16. I want to find how old is Ravi now. So that means I need to work backwards. So after 5 years, Ravi will be twice. So before that, right, I need to find out what is Ravi's age. Okay, so that means Ravi is 16 also. Okay, so this one is 5 years also. So that means Ravi's age, this is what I need to find. So I just take 16 minus 5. 11. Your answer is 11 years old. Okay. Question number 38. The picture below shows an empty jar. So there's nothing inside. Okay. And a measuring cup. Okay. The measuring cup contains some orange juice. So it's a little bit dark. So I'm just going to tell you, let's look at the measurement in the measuring cup. Okay. The jug has a capacity of 1225 ml. So this is 1225 ml. Right? Aaron poured all the orange juice from this measuring cup into the empty jug. So he's going to pour all this in. How much more orange juice did he need to completely fill the jug? Give your answer in liters and milliliters. So if you look at this, right, you know that this from here is a 0 to 50. Then after that, this one is 1 marking here. And then let me use yellow if you can see. This is 1 marking here. Then after that, it will be 100 here. Then another marking, then 150. So that means the difference between 50 to 100 is a difference of 50 ml. So that means one reading is actually 50 divided by 2. One reading is a reading of 25 ml. So this is 150, right? It's just one little bit, one marking up 150. So that means the measuring cup is actually 150 plus 25. 175 ml. So over here, measuring cup got 175 ml of orange juice. So I am going to pour, okay, Aaron, sorry, not me. I'm going to pour all this into the jug, right? So how to find out how much more? So I'm just going to take 1225 ml, subtract away what is being poured in, which is 175. Your answer is 1050 ml. But they asked to give your answer in liter and milliliter equals to 1 liter. 1 liter is 1000 ml, okay? And 50 ml. This is your answer. So I just want you to fill up 1 liter and here another 50 ml. Okay? Now moving on to question number section C. Let's just move on to section C then. Question 41. Okay? So it says here, there were 1984 red beads in a box. There were 80 more blue beads than red beads. All the beads were packed equally into 8 containers. How many beads were there in each container? Very simple. Okay, this is very straightforward. Okay, so 1984 red, right? So I'm going to write red 1984. If you realize, I always record whatever I read. Okay, 80 more blue than red. So the blue, we need to find out because it's 80 more blue beads. So 1984 plus 80. So the number of blue beads will be 2064. So I want to pack all the beads equally to 8 containers. All the beads, which means I need to find the total number of beads before I can pack them equally. Okay, so 1984 plus 2064, which is 4048 beads altogether. Mixture of red and blue. So they say all the beads are packed equally into 8 containers, right? They didn't say what color. They're just going to randomly pack all the beads equally into 8 containers. So how many were in each? I just take 4048 and divide by 8. Your answer, if you work it out, right, you will get 506. So your answer is 506 beads in each packet, okay, in each container, right? Moving on to question number 42. Okay, 42 is supposition, all right? So Tony sold 55 chocolate and blueberry cupcakes. Each chocolate cupcake costs $4. Okay, wait, let me. Each chocolate cupcake costs 4. And each blueberry costs 6. There are a total of 55 chocolate and blueberry, not only chocolate, including the blueberry, total 55. The total amount he collected from selling all the cupcakes is $290. How many blueberry cupcakes did he sell? So since I want to find the number of blueberry, right, we will suppose all are the other kind, which means I'm going to suppose all are chocolate flavored. Chocolate. Okay? So chocolate, if you read properly, right, each chocolate costs $4. So that means I'm going to suppose all 55 are chocolate. So that means the total amount collected, right, will be a different amount if all are chocolate. So 55, each chocolate is $4, right? So it times 4, which is a total of 220. But then if you read your question, the total amount Tony collected wasn't 220. It was actually 290. So there is a extra amount that we need to find. We take 290 minus 220, which is $70. Okay, so $70 will be the extra that needs to be added in. Okay, we need another $70 more. So if this one is chocolate, right? I use chocolate lah. So chocolate, okay, chocolate C. Okay, I am going to exchange for a blueberry. So this is blue. So if you can see, right, a chocolate, right, is actually $4, right? So I'm going to exchange for a blue. A blue is $6. Can you see? Yeah. So that means over here I'm exchanging a smaller group for a bigger group of item. So that means one exchange, there will be a difference. So $6 minus $4. There will be a difference of $2. So that means this is actually an additional of $2. Okay, because the blueberry costs $2 more than the chocolate one. So if I want to exchange, right, if I want to add in another $70 more plus 70. So how many exchanges can I make? So I just write no of exchanges. I need $70 more, right? One exchange is $2 more only. So I just take 70 divided by 2. Your answer, sorry, no dollars. Your answer is 35, blueberry. How many exchanges you make will be the number of blueberry cupcakes sold. So your answer will be 35 blueberry cupcakes. Okay. Question number 43. It says here, Amy has $416. She has 4 times as much money as Ben. How much money must Amy give to Ben so that both of them have an equal amount of money? So what I'm going to do is I draw. So Amy and Ben, right? Amy 416 and she is 4 times. So I just draw 4 units for Amy. And Ben is just 1 unit. And they gave you the amount that Amy has, which is 416. Okay, so I want to know how much Amy must give to Ben so that both have equal amount. So if you look at this, right, you can actually see that the difference here is 3 units. So we are going to share 3 units equally between 2 people. So as you can see here, 416 represents 4 units. So I'm going to take 416. Look for 1 unit. 416 divided by 4. 416 divided by 4, 1 unit is actually $104. So I'm going to look at the difference, which is a 3 units difference, which is the amount that I can actually share equally between both people. Okay, so 3 times 104, which is $312. So this is 312, right? I'm going to share them equally so that they have equal amount. So just take 312, divide by 2 people equally. Your answer is $156. So you just fill up here, 156. Okay. Question number 44. Mr. Wee had 2 identical tanks and 6 identical buckets of water, which can hold 526 liters of water in total. A tank can hold 59 more liters of water than a bucket. How much water can a bucket hold? So you know that if you read this, right, you can actually see it's actually stacking model, but there will be a lot of bars to draw. Okay, so I'm just going to draw lah. Okay, so there are 2 tanks, right? So I write T. There are 6 buckets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we know that the total is 526, right? We just bear in mind the total. But the tank can hold 55 more than the bucket. So the model for tank will be longer then the bucket with a difference of 59 more liter. I'm just writing 59 here. So this tank will follow because this tank also another 59. So the rest of the bucket will also follow the model for the first bucket. So this is the second, this is third, fourth bucket, fifth bucket, and sixth bucket. Sorry, it's a little untidy, but you briefly got the idea, right? So total, like we said just now, the whole thing is 526 liter. So I want to know how much can a bucket hold. Okay, this is what I need to find. So as you can see, there are differences of 59 here. Okay, which actually I need to remove away so that it will be equal number of units. So if you look at this, right, you know that you have to remove away with two 59s. So 59 times 2. Or you can write 59 plus 59 also can. 118 liter. This 118 I must remove away so that I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal units. Okay, so I'm going to take away 118 from my total of 526. So minus 118 equals to 408. So you look for 1 unit. Always look for 1 unit. 408 divided by 8 equals to 51 liter. So I want to know bucket. Bucket is just 1 unit. There's nothing else to add. So your answer is just 51 liter. So write 51 liter here. Okay. Question 45, which is the last question. Okay. So James and Paul had an equal number of stickers at first. After James bought 108 stickers and Paul gave away 34 stickers, James had 3 times as many stickers as Paul. How many stickers did James have at first? This is something that we've done recently, okay? So I'm going to write down James and Paul, okay? So equal number, right? So we draw the model for them, both equal, okay, roughly lah, huh? Then it says that James bought 108 stickers. So James will increase, okay, because he buy more, so I increase 108. But then Paul gave away 34. So 34 would be probably like a little bit taken away. So this is 34. After which it says that James had 3 times. So the whole stretch or model for James will be 3 units. Peter's remaining is 1 unit. So you can see over here there's a difference of a 2 unit because 3u minus 1 unit, 2 units. And how do we find the value of 2 units? You look at the numbers in the 2 unit range, which is 34 and 108. So I have to add 34 with 108, which will be 142. Always look for 1 unit. 142 divided by 2, which is 71. So 71 will be Peter's number of stickers in the end. Okay, because this is 1 unit, what? So this is 71. I want to find James at first. So if you can see James at first, right, it's very, very simple. Okay, so what we are going to do, right? Wait, let me see James at first. So James at first will be just 1 unit plus wait, let me see. 142. Okay, so how many did James have at first? So I'm just going to take James, right, at first is here. So that means they are equal. Sorry, I was looking at other things. So James at first will be what Peter has at first, and they are actually equal. So J 71 plus 34, which is 105. Because you see they have equal at first. So what Peter has at first will actually be what James have at first. Okay, sorry about the pause. So answer is 105 stickers. Okay, just finalize the answer and you get it. Okay, we've come to the end of the exam paper review.